All right, well, we're back at it. This time we're gonna take it. We're gonna take it again, guys, but we're not gonna fuck it up. Now we're gonna take it on blue side. Maokai Nar. Same sides. It looks like I'm watching the same game, at least from Heretic's perspective. They're just happy to take Cassante Azir. They take the Varus Ashban. Okay, Blitzban, Ashban. Yep. Okay. Nautilus ban. There it is. Oh, I'm psychic, guys. I'm so good at this. And no, I don't know these drafts. Or you ask. I haven't seen these games. I don't know the drafts. Shin. Trying to get some skirmishing power. Help out in the bot side. Nico. Okay, we'll take Rakan. Chuck him in there with Kalista ult. Very strong engage. Talia. Very, very strong over in LCK. Past couple weeks.
In order to maybe look for a one-shot potential, but we'll see what's gonna be at the last pick, because there's a lot of options and variables. Okay, there's Milio.
I half expected an AD mid to come out with the Maokai pair.
Yamato sounds so fucking depressed than he was in games 2 and 3 this year. Was he co-streaming?
I feel like it's also so much AD damage then.
Or was he on the broadcast?
You get your, I mean, Yon obviously, because of his passive, he also deals magic damage, of course.
But, value.
Yeah, but then there's like Gnar, Kalista. There's not that much magic damage in your team, so maybe you want to have a little bit more magic, but on the other hand, right.
So Milio here, let's talk about these comps. Milio is going to negate a lot of the AoE CC coming from here, here, and here, but not all of it. At least Milio ult gives tenacity after it's used, which helps you with follow-up crowd control. Also have CC here from Kalista ult. Extremely strong engage, guys. Primary engage, primary engage, primary engage. You can wall people off as well, right? And then you've got the Gnar for the secondary engage. So huge engage potential here. And this is much more of a pick composition because you have a lot of single target CC and you can wall people off to give Kalista time to actually burst people down. So that's good. So this is all fantastic. On this side, it's pretty standard kind of front to back team fighting, right? A little bit more poke with the Azir and the Varus, a little bit more of the zone like choke control, and then disengage. So this comp very effective at kiting, Chain of Corruption, knockback with Jhin ults, you know, isolating, you know, taking somebody out. So if this comp is first on objectives, they'll be feeling pretty good. You know, they can control the choke points, but if they have to play into this comp, they're going to have a really rough time.
Now mercs are quite valuable for the other side. As well, as we see Milio last pick, it's not something that, like, I would say abuses Kalista Rakan, but it's a really great...
Talia as a control mage has a lot more sustained damage. Yes, but her current builds are not as tank bustery as they used to because she doesn't build Leandries anymore.
So honestly, that's a pretty good pickup on the last pick.
You know?
I think
you're probably going to build tier Seraphs.
I feel like they can take
or die for SK Gaming in game 2, and we hit the rift with Heretic.
And then, like, what is it called? Luden's Companion, the gun.
Or Talio all in towards like team fights and zoning people off of fights, which could work out well for them. But I do agree with the desk. I think
you referred to Yankos as Joe Biden in the jungle.
We saw how good it was in the last game. I think coming into this again, Kaiser's going to need to be on point. Pick in general. Emilio can ult.
Same as what so thank SK adjust all out.
Was Perks or was Yankos like forgetting who his teammates were?
Free firing, some of the cool engages from Kaiser, but Wonder 1v3 on Cassante, dude. He was insane on this champion, and again, just showing how much of a beast this top laner really is.
But that's the thing, right? Look, Wonder can have ripping around is that where they continuously press forward with.
Why is this just frozen incorrectly? Whatever.
Do or die or win for SK or go away.
He has no idea where he is in this game. It's outrageous.
The third seed, by the way, of Winter. If anyone didn't catch that, the third regular season seed underneath G2 and BDS, which are right now sitting in the top side of the BO5s in round 4 in the upper bracket finals.
He has some weird moments in the last game too.
Waiting for these days to pass.
And that was the thing, 2023, Winter. They finished third. And then we're like, okay, cool. This is a team that maybe can try and run it for a little while up. They had that big resurgence. We're like, cool, let's see if they can try and get into that top spot and end up passing out in 4th place. So this is where you want to see if they...
What? How do you not get that ward?
They had that big resurgence. We're like, cool, let's see if they can try and get into that top spot and end up passing out in 4th place. So this is where
Oh, that's such a shame.
Answer for a lot of that, especially again where they had that great start to the split. But it just feels like once more SK are stumbling as we get later into the split. Now 1 game away from elimination. They need to get control here on this bottom side of the map. They need to make sure that they're getting the wins for Exakick so he can step up and be a carry in this game.
Let's just be real. I mean, if SK loses as well, as Niski said on the podcast,
Perks just taking a full channel Q to the face, I guess.
I wouldn't be coming back as Perks and be like, take that. Who's the better C9 mid laner now? I mean, this is a bit of an ego battle through mid. We already set it up before, but you look at the names, Wonder, Yankos, Perks, I mean, even Flacked, 4 ex-G2 members. And then there's Kaiser as well. Once upon a time played with this year as well, back on the Mad Lions roster. So Dagda, where would you like to start on this one when it's such an important game? We're talking about jungle pathing in the early game, last game, especially with how it was cross-mapping. This time a bit more of a standard start with topside beginning here for Isma and Yankos. And no crazy invades and no crazy level 1s to kick off just yet.
No, but it is still
All right, second sweeper stack, just clearing out these wards. So this is going pretty well for SK.
Yep.
Good job stacking the wave. They're now they're clear. They're doing a
just to try and spot out where there potential is for Yankos to be. So we know that he is going to be going for a full clear on his top side into the.
Why are we doing that? You literally see him? What? You see him? He's right here. There's a ward.
Into your bot.
Like,
No, but it is
don't you
still
know
a
he's at
great roam.
Raptors because you have the ward?
Opportunities for both junglers to make their way down to this bottom side.
Yep.
They
and
ping
then
him?
look for a gank.
Surely they know he's here. They see him with their eyes.
Already with a roam just to try and spot out
Why is
where there potentially
he knows there's a ward here too?
So we know that he is going to be going for a full clear on his top side into this. So I think you'll get a crash here from Exakick and DOS to make sure they can get the bounce back on the 3rd wave.
Act like he can't see him. Yeah, I guess he's pretending he can't see him, except here's the thing, guys. It's not a 5-head play because Yankos knows there's a ward there because he autoed it. So it's not deceptive.
But do we just end up with everyone
I don't
coming to this
understand.
top side?
Maybe I'm missing something.
Small engage, there we go. Ignite as well from DOS. Flackett gets to half, but it's the trade back that's hurting even more. Varus Milio, ladies and gentlemen, there's healing, there's range. DOS runs in and might have regretted that.
Yeah, big time. He's going to have to reset. So the wave will bounce back out. It'll just be a slow push, but you can kind of see where Shin is at the moment, just trying to say, like, hey, I can try and set here. This is dangerous for Exakick to step up this far. There is a ward spot out to Jin Zhao if he goes forward, and there's no real setup for Yankos into the spot side, so maybe he just decides to back away, but here you can see the wave is still in a bit of an awkward spot here for Exakick and DOS.
Again, as you mentioned, look, that ward on the tri-brush gives a lot of information.
Full
to SK
clears.
here, so the fact that they can stand here right now is helped because of that, especially when Isma's coming for a possible return gank. Level 4 on the Maokai here. Yankos clearing out his walls. Then he'll be down towards the scuttle, but it's Isma who lands first. It's a small little ward in the form of a cat that comes through. Good seismic shove in the mid lane as we turn our head.
Burks is getting hit by W, I guess.
Niski going at it once again, but trade is pretty much even. The scuttle, by the way, will go to Isma, so the bottom side seems a bit more concrete for SK.
Significantly more mana there for Perks, though, so I think Niski's going to have to call Isma over to get the wave shove, so then he can actually look for the reset. You can see Isma just hovering over towards that mid lane to make sure that nothing does happen. Because I think Perks kind of realized that, look, I can actually just slowly push this one out, get a nice reset for myself, and use the fact I got it. But here we go.
This time he's closer to the turret. You know, game 1, Dagger, he put the Soldier down, and that's where Isma was, straight away in. And Perks had to burn a flash. So this time around is a little bit closer. He's a bit safer as Isma is going to double scuttle. Do you remember the time when double scuttle...
Guys, they're trying to freeze the wave for Talia right now.
You know, you're like, oh, this early game's lost. We've lost both scuttle crabs. And now you're like, oh, yeah, it's a bit of experience, bit of money, $80.
There is like opportunities though to try and
Double
punish him against
scuttles
double
for
scuttle,
SK.
So, like, see where Isma's going. He's immediately going to go over towards his Gromp here. He'll be able to reset. Should be able to finish out his wolves and actually hit level 5 just as his.
Nice shove. DOS is here. Actually,
What?
Perks might be dead or
to reset. Should be able to finish out his wolves and actually hit level 5 just as his.
Nice shove.
He literally just...
Grump here.
What?
He'll be able to reset. Should be able to finish out his wolves and actually hit level.
He walked up to auto the caster minion with his sand soldiers and then ended up eating the freest W of all time because he didn't have a sand soldier already placed behind him to shifting sands to. Then he gets stunned on the Talia field. And then there's the Q2 back into Q1 because it's short cooldown. Dude, he literally fucking died for a caster minion because he didn't set up his escape route and he didn't press flash.
Go over towards his Grump here. He'll be able to reset.
Dude.
Should be able to finish out his wolves and actually hit level 5 just.
By the way, he doesn't have to do this. Like, just to be super clear for you guys, the wave is not in a place. This caster minion is literally 1 HP. You know, the wave is here. He knows that because he can see his wave here. So this is 1000% crashing into the turret. Right? So it's not like he's concerned about some sort of freeze scenario. He literally just doesn't set up an escape route for himself, even though also he is going to back after this play. Like, once you crash that, you back. He hasn't backed yet. He has TP. So you don't need to worry about conserving mana either. So he plays for what, 14 gold? And he gives up 300. 400. Excuse me, it was first blood. Jesus Christ.
With a perfectly timed first blood.
Yeah, nicely done there by Niski to get the setup and punishing the fact that Perks couldn't get that wave crash. We said Perks had the man advantage, but needed to try and crash that.
With a perfect nice shove. Doss is here, actually Perks.
And you know what? You know what's even worse, guys? I actually didn't even notice this. You know what's even worse? Because he makes this play, Niski can walk up and he actually gets the freeze. He actually gets the freeze, guys.
Doesn't flash, he knows he's gone. With Doss to match the roam.
He gets it. Because Niski can walk up.
Nicely done there by Niski to get the
Oh my lord.
Perks couldn't get that wave crash. We said Perks had the man advantage. Wasn't able to do so. Giving over that kill. Yankos though trying to spot it exactly where it level.
It's unbelievable.
Nice shove. Doss is
You know, he literally can't get that freeze otherwise. Because he doesn't have... He can't trade.
Perks might be dead or a flash. Which one's it gonna be? Stone's out, he doesn't flash, he knows he's...
Watch the map prior to the play. Why? Because Rakan just walks away.
Nice shove. Doss is...
Yeah, Rakan just walks away. So they know he's coming, probably. Bot's MIA. And obviously support's going to walk up. He doesn't get seen on the ward, though. He doesn't get... Doss doesn't get seen. This ward's not in range.
Doss is here, actually Perks might be dead or a flash. Which one's it gonna be? Stone's out, he
He's not on the ward.
He knows he's gone. With Doss to match the roam, Niski with a perfectly...
No. He's too far away.
He's gone. Might be dead.
Just as his
Yeah, you don't see this. You don't see the Rakan. No.
Doss is here, actually Perks might be dead or a
But
flash.
you know he's
Which one's
there.
it gonna be?
You know he's there.
Stone's out,
He's obviously going to come because this is going to bounce back out,
knows he's gone.
right?
Doss to match the roam, Niski with a perfectly...
Yeah, and Rakan gets an assist too, so it's even more gold. Holy shit.
punishing the fact that Perks couldn't get that wave crash. We said Perks had the man advantage, but needed to try and crash that wave so then he'd be able to reset. Wasn't able to do so, and ends up giving over that kill.
Yeah, they definitely knew where he was. You don't need the ward to know where he is.
Because he got the double skull.
He was either recalling or he was walking mid, but since mid is pushed, it's like 90% he's walking mid, right?
He'll get 150 XP, which is going to be great for him. tank and just back away. But it looks like Isma's not even interested in it, so maybe instead going to look for someone like a dragon off of the reset timer here from Niski.
Have you noticed Isma keeps flashing the Mad Lions Koi logo as well? And you know, as we know, Giant X, Mad Koi, coming up later after this series. If you didn't get that already, also fighting for their lives here in another BO3. One elimination, one going home, I should say. So maybe just a bit of respect from Isma. Also playing with Niski, we'll do that with you as well.
Also, a lot of his ex-teammates from obviously Riders, obviously on Mad Lions Koi. So there's still a lot of, like, you know, camaraderie between those, those two sides. Yeah.
At that point.
Ah, bless.
Look, Isma, yes, we see you, Isma. We see you indeed. Relevant just popping the ulti top, but you look at the map, you look at the scores, Dagda. Early game is smooth again here for SK, in without the dive. This time maybe even a bit of damage on Kaiser as Emilio. A soccer kick comes out. That could be messy. We don't know who's playing at the computer, but Kaiser at the very least, negating that dive while Dragon goes down.
Yeah, punts him back.
Every time it says Isma, I keep thinking of the old lady from the Emperor's New Groove. I said that the first time at the start of the season, guys. I said, like, I can't, I just can't. DOS needs to rename to Kronk.
Yeah, I think the fact that it is going a little
might be actually kind of thematically appropriate for DOS too. You guys decide what I mean by that. You guys decide what I mean by that.
And I think a lot of these objective fights are going to come down to Niski trying to split up Heretics when it comes towards like the Weaver's Wall, separate the front and back line, so then it's a bit difficult for them to try and play, especially like short-range AD carry.
Dartos, wow, thank you for the subscription. Yes, he has a chiseled chin and he likes squirrels. Yep, you nailed it. That's what I mean. When I compare DOS to Kronk, that's what I mean. Sounds like Patrick Warburton. I wish I could sound like Patrick Warburton, to be fair. Slightly Charmin. Thank you for your Twitch Prime sub. He can't be trusted to get rid of a body. That's a good one, too.
You can start to go, right, Ismail, let's actually get in the face of Jankos. Yes, you'll lose out in the 1v1, but we have pushed...
You all said that awful take that Emperor's New Groove was better than Atlantis or Treasure Planet. No, that's the correct take. I'm sorry. I have to break your heart like this, Naja fan. It is, in fact, the best Disney movie. And we'll agree that Atlantis and Treasure Planet are underrated, but Emperor's New Groove is 10x as good.
But to be fair,
just got into the stream. Thank you.
Niski's good doing this and this and this, and then Dagda, nothing happened. So, you know, I've done this multiple games where I've come in and talked up Niski, but then it hasn't translated throughout the game or something's gone wrong. So I'm gonna pull back. I'm gonna be like, let's just wait and see what happens here, especially with Perk's last game. You know, having one of his better performances, I feel like in the past, I don't know however long. Especially with how Team Heretics were able to close out that game once they had an edge, once they found that full-on team fight. We still see a big team fighting comp once again here with the on-hit virus. And a game also going slow ain't the worst for Team Heretics when we look at the long con, when we look at the next 20 minutes, if it can go like this.
But here we go, this is what we're talking about, right? Unlock DOS, unlock Isma, move with Niski to get your Weaver's Wall and just put pressure onto Jankos. I really like this play, and you can see here, Jankos going to immediately find some hurt, but actually going to turn onto Perks there.
DOS gets out thanks to Niski. Kaiser's moving up. Level 6 on Flacket as well. We look at this bottom lane 1v1. Flacket flashes over the wall. Niski comes in with a Weaver's Wall. Kaiser gets a fire out. He has to flash on top of that as well. SK play the aggressive.
Good invade by SK, though.
Irrelevant versus Wonder is heating up as well, but nobody dies. We just wait to see if Irrelevant goes any further.
He just wants to get this plate. Make sure, there you go. Gets the Demolish proc off and a nice stun on the way out.
Wonder?
Here. Yeah.
Hyper, but not enough damage, as you said. Wonder also leveled up, which helps stop that dive.
But with Flacket being pushed on this bot side, now the X-Kick gets...
Monty's Disney movie takes are just bad now. I'm sorry, they're actually really good takes. you not liking the Emperor's New Groove is a deep personal fault of your own. I hate to tell you this.
You've already taken all these camps on the bot side, then one of respawn as well in time for Dragon. So there's a lot of opportunities now for SK to try and play for second Dragon, which is why we see Jankos up in this top side going, cool, I'm going to make sure we get 6 of these Void Grubs, just try and answer for that play.
Well, the XP at least are going to be in his advantage somewhat. I'm looking at the sidebars. Should be matching what Isma has at the moment. Gold slightly going towards him, but 6 scrubs here for Team Heretics. Note the 1k gold lead, because you can see on the bottom of your map, or at least on the bottom bar, the individual leads in top side, thanks to Irrelevant's 20 CS lead. Even despite Niski being down CS, naturally that first blood gave him an edge as well. And bot, small CS lead for X-Kick. So once again, we're saying the same things about this early game for SK. And Dagda, you know, Niski trying to be aggressive here. With
Why do we even have that lever? So fucking funny, that movie. My wife hates it. My wife hates that movie because she hates David Spade. And I said, yes, we all hate David Spade, but that's why he's perfect in that movie. Like, I can't imagine anybody but David Spade being in that role. It was perfect casting.
And then can use that as an angle to get in towards mid. So you can see SK trying to respond here by just completely...
Iron Giant is in a Disney movie, Saber Axe, get it together.
Yeah, I think a little bit of a...
Fucking get it together, Saber Axe. We're talking about Disney movies.
And it does mean Perks has to defend mid. But I think Wonder could TP down here if they want to try and make something happen. But it looks like they're just going to back away.
Maybe see if they can get individual leads. Because Dragon is gone. Ren helps with that, and Smite as well. Kaiser gets slowed down.
It is a great movie, though.
Kaiser running for his life. Dos goes into the quickness of fire.
All right, this game is going so much better. See, SK actually has their eyes on the prize with the Drake stacking and the Callista comps this time.
Kaiser running for his life. Dos goes into the quickness. The fire's out. Yankos is out. Jumps back in. Bates call from X-Kick. Looking for a...
Oh my god. Holy schmoly. Oh my lord. They what now they have the damage in the tri-brush, guys. Perk's actually just getting free kills though. I mean, you should not go in on this while Irrelevant's going to be mega, guys. You should not do that. You should not do that. All right, well, it was good for 5 seconds for Heretics.
This time they find the fight, they find the kills and get the dragon. Heretics tried desperately to find their moment. It looks like with Perks,
I have a childhood bias towards a bug life. You mean 7 Samurai for children?
But it just wasn't enough. Kaiser ults here to disengage. Yankos goes in, but X-Kick pulls
Literally just a Kurosawa ripoff with bugs.
knock back into knock up from DOS, decimates them, and then Perks here gets the 2 kills on the bottom side. Think, right, let's back away from this one. And I think at this stage you would have been happy, but Wonder thinks he has the angle. But Flackett is on bot side. He's too low to really get into this. Remember, it's on hit Varus. Not going to have a huge amount of poke he can deal from range. And then Irrelevant getting that flash just on towards Perks as well. I think to Heretics, they covered well, but they just needed the...
Everyone rips off Kurosawa. Yeah, I mean, the new shitty Rebel Moon movie is also 7 Samurai. We actually have 4 7 Samurai movies, guys. We have 7 Samurai, Magnificent 7, A Bug's Life, and now Rebel Moon. They're all 7 Samurai, and all of them are worse than 7 Samurai. Even though Magnificent 7 is very good. And also A Bug's Life is good. Rebel Moon is terrible, though.
Niski picks up one as well. Note the gold lead. But the fact that Dagger, I thought we're just going through deja vu, like, oh no, Wonder from an angle. Team fight again. But the individual damage came through, and now we have a Trinity Force Nah. Now we have an Archangels on Niski, getting close towards Seraph's Embrace. We're getting 1 items for Team Heretics too, but we know that if this comp starts snowballing, it's going to be hard to control, especially in the side lanes. Wonder's going to 1v2. DOS goes to the dive, takes 2 turret shots, but Niski's damage, nothing to frown at. Wonder has to get out of there as Nature's Grasp bottom side. Perks flows with him. Ismail went on a wild ride. Irrelevant now to Meganar, but Perks is away. The spectators, we went on a ride just watching that as the fly over the wall.
Yeah, I mean, great play from Perks to get over that wall. I was convinced he was going to die on that one, but I mean, SK feeling confident.
Is Lion King the best version of Hamlet? No. Hamlet is the greatest piece of Western literature.
I think this is the advantage that you have again.
Probably, I'm comfortable. It's the greatest piece of literature, period. So no, it's not better. Categorically, every other piece of media is worse than Hamlet. I'm sorry, guys. Everything is worse than Hamlet.
Because you are in a little bit of a late reset here for SK for that, especially with DOS now on the bottom side. They just look to disrupt, but I think that might be the go button then for Ripchild if DOS is spotted.
Perks' back is cancelled. Pings are going down. I mean, DOS really wants to do this. Quickness is up. No flash available, but Perks is like, I'm on the edge here. I'm not sure how I feel. There goes a soldier, sees DOS, does a bit of damage, while Irrelevant used that pressure to get first turret blood. In the bot side, push him to 3k, and set themselves up for more priority down bot, especially with Dragon coming in a minute 45.
Yeah, Heretics trying to connect on towards mid lane though. DOS will be spot.
Quickness. Oh, that's used before a fight comes up. Perks are under turret though. Almost getting solo killed. Irrelevance damage massive. But Yankos coming in wants Perks to follow this up. However, there's too much damage. Perks could die if they go any further.
What's the best film version of Hamlet? I mean, there's a bazillion good ones. I like the Kenneth Branagh one, honestly.
They don't realize DOS is still there, relevant.
Even though he does do the stupid sword throwing
This is a big play.
at the end.
Of getting through to these kills, but Turret's going to stand strong. Herald's going to go down to SK.
The Hall of Mirrors scene is such a banger in that one.
Still a teleport for Niski to join in if he so chooses.
The rapier throwing is 0 out of 10, though.
Himself as well. SK,
Sneaky Steven, thank you for your Twitch Prime sub.
I wanted to abandon topside because he knew that everyone on Heretics was bot lane, and with the TP just coming up in time for Niski, he would have been able to join in that bot side play if they went for the dive. So SK kind of called the bluff, say, what are you going to do about it? We're not giving up this bot lane turret. And they're still getting exit kick, solo farm in the mid lane as well, so he's starting to gain a couple of levels for himself. And you see in the gold lead there, 3 members of SK all looking...
Star Wars, K Grew on YouTube says Star Wars was a Hidden Fortress ripoff. True.
we touched on as much with topside. You know,
What about League this year excites me the most?
always going to play the fight.
I don't know. The new map's pretty cool. I like the Void Grub objectives. I think the changes are interesting.
Right, good push, good opportunities, but also good setup.
Freddy Got Fingered. Freddy Got Fingered is... Here's another controversial take for you guys. Freddy Got Fingered actually, I think, has aged very well. I actually think that movie was not, like, misunderstood when it came out.
There you go. Look at the wall down. How do we get past that? SK say we need to build a wall. Team Heretics are on the wrong side of it.
Like, Starship Troopers was horribly misunderstood when it came out.
And a flash from Niski. We get past to really set up the fight for SK if they choose to make that play.
I'm not sure what this wall setup is for here. You have to Maokai ult now. Maokai ult now. Now. Okay, we just flash out because Maokai isn't ulting. And DOS isn't ulting. I guess they bailed when they saw the TP. They bailed when they saw the TP.
SK say we need to build a wall. Team Heretics are on the wrong side of it. Kaiser now comes through. But that's the Weaver's wall down. And a flash from Niski. I was just complimenting the team, Dagda. That's a big tool down.
I mean, it's TP from Wonder, but you're kind of wanted that anyway to come in. Irrelevant now, separated from the team. So they're just going to look. Maybe it's give Dragon for mid, which is not the end of the world.
If they can get 2 turrets mid, this is actually worth.
No ultimate and no flash. How far do they want to go, though?
Get in the Herald again. Why not? This time, Niski the driver. Okay, brother. All right. Niski did not get his license. Don't tell anyone.
You definitely drive that in because you have Maokai ult, right? To disengage if you need it.
Their third dragon here. Isma's the only one starting it, as the rest of SK are trying to bait and switch, but they're not there yet.
Good pressure into mid lane. Relevant still has... Now he's able to get his rage bar again. The cooldown is up.
This was your chance to try and find it, but just not feeling confident. It worked out.
Well played by SK, honestly.
Like, look, we don't need to try and throw these leads in the early stages, or sorry, throw these like 50-50 or even like 70-30 plays. Let's just see if we can look instead to take a much more even footing as we start to get towards Perk's late game, where he's free farmed, where he's got to his 3 items. Looking towards Flacket as well, we kind of said he wants to go up towards Quinsus, then get another item for himself as well. So.
I like how Dagda says Gwinsus.
There are some moments where they could probably push a little bit.
For Team Heretics, just knowing how far they are behind, maybe scattering them a bit. Because Soul's coming up team right now who can't have access to sidelines. Playing on
I like how Ginsu just got memory hold, guys. He went crazy on Twitter, and then nobody knows where he is now.
It feels like you're not even talking about Void Grubs right now because they don't matter. It's a 5k gold lead, just about, for SK. A much better game 2 so far. And Dagda, we are gearing up for a Baron in 110. They have Callista. They've got a bit of
Let me know if you guys figure out whatever happened to Ginsu. For all I know, he's still working at Riot.
Such a lack of vision control for Team Heretics, now getting forced out in this top side as we're seeing on our screen.
Yeah, I met him at Riot in closed beta. And then he went completely bananas on Twitter.
Much easier for the Casante to get value in a fight.
Years ago. And I have no idea where he is now.
To see, especially if you got flashes on Perks and Flakkid, how Irrelevant plays these fights. Because if you can get a Niski wall to set up Irrelevant, brilliant. That could easily be the game-winning play. But it is also kind of difficult if you're trying to flash out on the back line and Flakkid flashes away.
Works at Hidden Leaf Games, working on a MOBA game. I mean, he must have made tens of millions of dollars from Riot. So, sure he's set for life. Mr. Pack 28, thank you for Twitch Prime sub.
Kaiser offering the heals and shields and CC immunity that is ult offers.
So he's saying it's not done yet. It's definitely still on the cup. Still definitely.
I think SK are definitely in the driver's seat.
You hope so at 5k gold, you know.
And they do have the opportunity, as you say, to like play through sides. But if they fumble, it's very quick and very easy for Heretics to try and turn that one around, right? And at the moment, it's like, okay, well, we've got a short-range Kalista in mid, so can't really threaten mid-turret.
Yep.
So it's more push mid into play 4 sides. And I think at the moment, Irrelevant actually has a very big lead in the 1v1 against Wunder, so you can probably leave him on his own. So it is more to go, hey, we'll push mid into play with Niski on top side. But that's why you can kind of see a lot of members of Heretics playing on this top end of the map to make sure you're able to set up with Niski. To punish Niski if he overextends before the mid wave's in the correct position. And at the moment, SK haven't really synced up mid and top side correctly.
It feels like now with the waves, at least they'll both be crashing in a moment. But you're right about syncing. A little bit behind. I'd say a second or two with X-Kick now going mid. That Baron is now up and available. You know what I'm more curious about? I'm curious about what happens. Well, I was going to say bot. Now let's look top. Weaver's wall. Out they go. Ulting through a lot for Perks, but they need to finish the kill. He flashes. He tries to shuffle over. He doesn't execute.
Nice charm.
He does not execute. Instead, executing himself.
See, see the difference between this guys? Now they're able to actually isolate targets in order to get these picks. Big Q from Maokai. Oh, XK flashing forward. Nice flash forward. Very nice flash forward.
Never mind. Niski finds a kill. SK still on top. And these fights have been.
Now we Baron.
Step too far away from the
Perks, but that Baron is now up and available.
But now they're actually trying to, you know, use these picks or use their team comp to create picks. Playing into the side lane. Oh, Perks, no. Oh, man. Perks' mechanics have looked rough this series. Some of his decision-making has been fine, guys, but when it came to some of these mechanical plays, like having that flash up in the first game or shifting sands over the wall there, it's been rough.
Never mind. Niski finds a kill. SK still on top. And these fights have been like a bipolar event for me, Dagda. What is going on?
I mean, Heretics, the second they leave top was just unfortunate.
Niski should have died, did not. Irrelevant came in and blew him apart. And SK now with the Baron. This game feels like it should be going to game 3 after this fight.
I assume you went the 1960 Magnificent 7. They made another Magnificent 7? So they remade the 7 Samurai remake? Post-modernity is fucking hell, dude. Now we're just remaking remakes. Fuck life. Come up with something original.
Imagine you having his ear in this fight, but how low all the health bars for SK are going, right? This is why I'm saying I think there's still moments where Heretics could have come back.
What are my favorite sandwiches? I don't know. I love sandwiches.
Winning this fight is massive for them.
I'm eating a tuna salad sandwich that I made now. It's delicious.
Isma's feeling it. I mean, we're going to a game 3, it feels like right now. We're at 8K. 8K for SK. They've got a Dragon Soul coming up in 10 seconds. That'll be theirs too. You can see Perks is trying to angle for a flank. One last hurrah in this game to get an angle and get a pick and slow it down again. But look at the pace SK are bringing now to the top side.
I don't think you want to do it on a Mega Nerd though. It's like, we send them in. It's like, wait, no, sorry. That was not the guy.
Very true.
SK with the push in mid now will mean you move over.
Ruben is pretty solid.
Dragon will go towards Heretics, but
big fan of Ruben's.
All
right, this is over.
Because you got top leaves that you can play with, so just trying to see if they can clear it this way.
You know, I think when in SK's case, like,
one more wave is pretty much all you get here.
it just seemed like they were surprised by the lack of damage in their own composition, because I think if that comp is slightly different, like it is this time, because I don't blame them for some of the decisions they made, they just didn't actually have the damage to follow it up. And they reevaluated this. Now you have the Talia. You're actually more of a pick composition this time. You can use the Callista better. It's been a much better game. Like, credit to SK, I think they played this pretty well. What if I told you this game goes 45 minutes? No. That's not possible because the VOD is only 16 minutes longer and we're at 25 minutes in game time, so you're trolling me. Turkey, cranberry, and cream cheese sandwich. Oh, man. So last Thanksgiving that I was in the States, you guys will love this. So I love post-Thanksgiving sandwiches. I was making, like, horrible sandwiches that are horrible for you, but delicious. I was using, like, sourdough bread to make turkey stuffing cranberry sauce sandwiches with brie cheese and lettuce. They were delicious. They were delicious.
This is a strong game too from SK to bring themselves back into this.
Yeah, it's a real defining stand.
The brie cheese was really like what pulled it all together.
Small windows, a lot of draft discussion, I think, from game one, from people everywhere, and game two, better options, better utility, better escape tools as well. I mean that for escape conditions of the
and mayo, obviously. You gotta slam the mayo on there.
SK adjust well within the series.
Is it horrible for you? But it is good.
See what they can do differently because their early game got botched. And SK just used so much of that power coming through from Maokai dive, but I think Niski's tools as well to accelerate the game even further than last time, and last time included a dive.
Yeah, and I mean it could have been again a very similar story where if Heretics had won that bot side fight where they.
Why not 2x speed in lull states? Because like I just flip forward by 10 seconds. It's actually faster than 2x speed.
And there's just not much they can do. There's the Weaver's wall again. Zones off mid. Wonder almost gets caught between it. Now,
so nobody actually attacks. Nobody actually attacks the turret while we're on the Weaver's wall. Now they get hit by Chain of Corruption, and so the Callista gets rooted, has to fall back, gets engaged on by Cassante and Xin Zhao. Okay.
Wonders Cassante with Flackett's virus. It came together.
So as he went for the Weaver's wall, they were like, cool, let's just try and get you on this overextension. And X-Kick was the one that got caught with a nice Chain of Corruption for Flacket. But now he's dead for next Dragon. So no soul for Heretic. Rough for them to try and just solo that.
How quickly without the Callista, right? Also no summoners as Dragon.
You guys, but we're just going to go straight for the Baron. And Heretics, we're convinced SK were about to commit onto that fight at the Dragon.
Oh, Yankos just used E. He just used Audacious Charge. Yankos just used his engage tool. Ulti's now going to...
Heretics, we're convinced SK were about to commit onto that fight at the
Yankos?
Oh, Yankos just used E. He just used Audacious Charge.
Why is he using E into the wave?
Ulti's now going to...
Like, you know they just took Baron, right? You're not even on the wave. You're doing wolves. Then you walk into the wave, even though they could be mid. That's not. I mean, he shouldn't even be in the mid wave by himself. Now you can't even clear it fast if you're a Xin Zhao. Especially not, he doesn't have Hydra. He doesn't have Ravenous Hydra, which is like the way that Xin Zhao would quickly clear that wave.
Well, another inhibitor going to drop topside in the meanwhile. Baron is up for 2 minutes 15. It's going to be hard defense unless Perks gets the alley-oop, unless Wonder's able to follow through and do the same. Lower health bars on Isma and Niski. It's crazy.
Yeah, I can just back off. Like,
so the slow burn in the meanwhile. Shield slowly burning as well as he dodges away from being stunned up with a shove. Niski's damage.
He's gonna wait for Soul. No, Rel needs to get split push. Okay.
The rest of SK are looking to come through mid. One turret
Nice
down.
job.
Relevance also pushed the minion wave in as the teleport comes through. It's Niski to rejoin with a Rabadon's death cap, I bet. SK is a 5-man trying to make this a game 5. Perks sidesteps though. SK just need to finish the job. As Wonder's still an engaged threat, his ghost is down. He steps forward, but it's no flip back. A
Baron's off.
To replace the one lost. DOS is down here. It's all over the place. We're doing this. SK are doing with their pants
through from SK. They're going to turn onto Perks.
Weaver's wall comes through. Perks is just
Top wave coming through. Bot lane has been abandoned altogether. Perks just going to keep it off of that bot lane, but SK, they're going to turn on to Perks.
Weaver's wall comes through. Perks is just out there. Oh, he just walks it out.
I don't know why I think the Weaver's Wall should just be behind the turret there.
Irrelevant can't end the game. We're still here. Flushes away from the seismic shove. Okay.
You are tough for you.
Yeah, just gonna go for Infernal Soul. Okay, get Infernal Soul check.
In one element, the Infernal Soul gives a bit of oomph. It should end this game as one other shifting.
No, they're gonna go for Baron. This is the correct play.
Island ultis, right? Engage. Down.
What is Jankos doing?
In front of the Baron. Late game Kalista does this so easily. Heretics are here. And now surely SK can find something, right?
Yep, just gets engaged down over the wall.
Damage from Niski. Ow, it burns, he says, as teleport comes in from over the wall. Weaver's wall now. Jankos on an island.
Just gets cut off.
What are we doing? Where are we going? A shove backwards. Jankos about to die. Poked out. Flashes away.
Ask the flash. Uses absolutely everything, including Milio ult.
Just trying to put pressure on the bot lane tower. He will give some fancy people. He will sure to go down here. Drag. Baron is going to be
Trying to get out.
SK though, they're going to be happy to trade it. Relevance life for us.
He's got a shield. He's slowed down. The ulti from Perks.
Oh my god.
Gets away. Dagger, you are solo casting this, I swear. Into the wall. Perks get the
Oh, they get him.
The Baron goes down. Ladies and gentlemen, do you believe?
I tell him we're going to make sure.
He's got.
Now they can't split push with Baron buff. We have to wait for Irrelevant. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Weaver's Wall. Yes, yes. Good isolation. Mrs. W. Charm. All right. Fate's Call saves him. Spits him back out. Jesus.
Even there. Oh, he's dead. The back line, but you're underneath the turret, so you can't really overextend. Now, Heretics, this is where it gets dangerous. Trying to see
So they know they're there. And Jankos just walks straight into a Talia combo.
Oh, he's dead. Jankos is dead. But what is
now, Heretics, this is where
They literally see them there. There's a ward.
see if they can get vision control in this top side.
Why? Why?
Oh, he's dead. No.
Now we're done. Now we're done, guys.
Kilometers more to go if we go based off that.
We took a wrong turn somewhere along the way, but SK